Hello everyone, welcome to all. I am Smriti Mishra. Today I am going to tell you the crux of gravitation. So let's go forward and start the session. Okay. First of all, we'll start with introduction. Introduction of gravitation. What is gravitation? In a very simple language, we can say that gravitation is nothing but the force that binds us to the earth. Gravitation is the force that compel us to attract with the that compels the objects to attract with the earth. Okay. So the universal law of gravitation is every object in the universe attracts every other object with a force which is proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. What it is saying that directly proportionate force is directly proportionate to the masses and force is inversely proportionate to the distance, to the square of the distance between them. So these two concepts. Okay. These now gravitation is the force which bind us to stick with the earth. Okay. Like the apple falls down and it falls on Newton's side. Again, it is all because of gravitational force. It is the force with which we are standing on the earth. It is gravitational force. Okay. Now, see, the force is along the line joining the centers of the two objects. There are two objects. One is bigger one and the second is smaller one. The bigger one indicates with capital M and the smaller objects indicate with smaller m. Okay, the distance between these two objects are d, denoted by d. Okay, now the distance is directly proportionate to the force. So the first formula is force is directly proportionate to the mass. Okay, to the mass. And the second formula is saying that force is inversely proportionate to the distance, to the square of the distance. So force is inversely proportionate to the force. Inversely proportionate to the distance, to the square of the distance. Okay. Now, if we combine both the formula, we are getting equations by these. We are getting equations by this. But we want formula. So, by combining those equations, we get to know by replacing this. Okay. We get the formula. Like formula what? Force is directly proportionate to the mass divided by square of the distance. This is the equation we get by combining those two previous equations. Now we have got the equation, but what we want formula. So for formula we'll replace this by G. G is the gravitational force, universal gravitational constant. Okay. So let the two objects A and B of masses m and m lie at a distance of d from each other as shown in the figure. Let F be the force of attraction between the law of gravitation. When we replace this by G, we'll get, first of all, we'll get this formula, this equation of like force is equals to mass divided by square of the distance. But what we want formula. This is equation. What we want formula. So for formula we'll replace this by G, and G is the universal gravitational constant. So we get F is equals to G mass divided by square of the distance. So gravitational universal gravitational constant is equals to Fd square divided by mass. Okay, where G is called a universal constant because its value does not depend on the nature of intervening medium or temperature or any other physical variable. He is saying that G is not depend on any other objects. Any other object and any other intervening medium or temperature does not affect the value of G. It remains constant. It remains constant. Okay. Now, SI unit of G is equals to Nm square per kg square, and the value of G is 6.673 into 10 minus 11 Nm square per kg square, which is founded by Henry Cavendish. The most important questions were asked in question is who founded this? The value of G is Henry Cavendish. Okay. Now moving forward, we see the importance of universal law of gravitation. Okay. We also say that application where all the the universal law of gravitation will apply. Okay. As we know that every object earth put forces on every objects on the earth, whereas every other object also put forces on earth. Okay, so let's see universal law. First of all, universal law of gravitation successfully explains several phenomena, like first one is the force that binds us to the earth. First of all, the force that binds us to the earth is the first application and importance of universal law of gravitation. Like it is the force by which all the objects on the earth is on the earth, otherwise all the object on the earth will float like it float in space if the earth does not have gravitation force. It is saying if the earth does not have gravitational force, then all the objects which are on earth will float. So it is gravitational force that compel all the objects to stick on the earth. Okay. Now the second one. Second says the motion of moon around the earth. It is gravitational force which makes the moon to revolve around the earth. Okay. Now we know that every planet have its own moon, and every planets have its own moon, and that moons revolve around the sun. So the third point is the motion of planets around the sun. It is the gravitational force which compels every planet to revolve and move around the sun. Okay. The tides due to the moon and the sun. The tides on our earth are also caused due to the gravitational force and effect of the moon and the sun on earth. Okay. If earth is applying force on everything, like earth is applying force on everything, that force is called gravitational force. So everything else is also applying force on earth and the force is absolutely equals to everything. Like here what is saying is that earth, whatever gravitational force earth applies on the object, the same force was applied by objects on the earth. Okay. I hope this session will be helpful for you. Thank you.